And sadly, we've seen this kind of collectivization of farms, nationalization of farmers before, and it's never been a very good outcome when that happens.
We might get into some of that history just ahead, but if you make climate change a national emergency, you
Mm,
have this opportunity to create extra powers for
yeah.
governments. That's, I guess, where we ought to be thinking caution required.
Well, absolutely, and good point. And of course, we've seen it, right? We've seen it in the last 3 years. What did we just have? National global emergency. First one, COVID was the excuse. So we had, as you said, unprecedented rise of the power of the state, a huge, massive rise in the suppression of basic human rights and freedoms, right? People locked down here in Melbourne 23 hours a day, couldn't go beyond 5 kilometers. I mean, even in wartime, we've never seen these kind of draconian, heavy handed powers of the state. So many have said the COVID so-called crisis or emergency was a nice test run, but we really want to run with the same things when it comes to climate. The state can announce this is an emergency, we have to act now. Therefore, any number of things goes, whether we take over your farms, whether we start forcing you to eat insects. And by the way, that is a big part of what's being called, not just Klaus Schwab and the World Economic Forum. Many state players are now pushing this. They're saying we have to ban meat. No more red meat for you guys, no more farms, no more fertilizers, no more cars, no more travel. I mean, the list is endless. It not only looks quite a bit like the COVID mandates, but in the name of saving the planet, we're really going to destroy the planet. Whenever you have the state taking over things like food production, well, it always goes bad real big, and people end up starving. But sadly, some throughout the Great Reset, some throughout the COVID years, some throughout the World Economic Forum, have all said we're overpopulated, we have far too many people, we got to take radical steps to get rid of a lot of people. The very same excuses have been used on the climate. We're overpopulated, we're destroying the earth, therefore we must do something to get rid of a lot of people. Well, getting rid of a lot of farms and farmers, letting millions perhaps starve to death as a result, that's one way to do it.